Network. I'm Dr. David Lee. Hope you're having a nearly perfect day. We're having a blessing day today. We're going to talk a little bit about food. We talk in our office about refueling the body, recharging the body, and restoring the body. The 3 R's: refuel, recharge, and restore. Refuel is all about water and food. So we'll talk a little bit about food. Basic line defense. The food that we're eating today is not the food that your grandma used to get out of the garden. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same nutrient values. Everything is changing. Process, quicker, faster. Convenience, microwave, you name it, we're doing it. It's not the way it ought to be. That's just the way it is. I can't change that. I can't make everybody change, and we can't go all organic, whatever that is, in today's marketplace. Sometimes they lie about it on the labels too. But when we talk about food, we want to say the less processing, the better. If it has a label or a can or a wrapper around it, you probably don't want it. Let me take that back. You probably do want it because it probably tastes really good. You probably shouldn't have it. So the more close to coming out of nature it is, the better the food's going to be for you. With that in mind, there are some foods and some groups that are better than others because of your blood type. Now, Dr. D'Adamo wrote the book, Eat Right for Your Type. And it's a great place to start, but it's not the best diet on the planet or anything like that. And there's a lot of other diet plans and then hundreds of other diet books out there. What I have done is I've taken a lot of the books and combined them into something that matches most of the people we deal with. And then when you take most of the people, you're still going to have some exceptions and some rules to follow. But the only really rule that I have is to break the rules before they break you. So for example, as a general rule, somebody who's a blood type O, which is the most common blood type in America, has the biggest difficulty digesting foods made of wheat, dairy. Did I say wheat and dairy? Wheat and dairy. Did you hear me say wheat and dairy? The 2 of the most common foods in America are the 2 of the most inefficient foods that you can eat. So my definition of a food allergy is an inefficient food. In other words, if you're eating a food that causes your body more energy to digest the food than you get from the food in the first place, I call that a food allergy. You don't have to get a runny nose. You don't have to get a stuffy nose. You don't have to get a rash. It's still a food allergy. The food that you eat as a blood type O, for example, if you're eating lots of cheddar cheese, drinking milk, whether it's skim milk, lactose-free milk, or regular milk, it doesn't matter. When you're putting dairy, you're putting wheat, you're putting whole wheat bread in there, multigrain wheat bread in there, wheat bran muffins, all the good stuff, the blueberry muffins for a little bit of flavoring. All your body does with that is do one of 3 things. You can either A, send the food through undigested because it's not efficient for your body. Tastes great, just not efficient. Number 2, borrow from one organ system or one hormone system to serve another. So borrow from Peter to pay Paul to get the job done. Or 3, store it as fat. Which one of those 3 is a good idea? None of the above. But that's what your body does with it. So in order to teach you how, the first thing we look at is what is your blood type and what is your body sensitivities, what is your food allergies, etc. And what are your goals? Because we can make the diet plan a lot more specific if necessary, and it doesn't matter whether you're blood type O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, for that matter. There's only 4. On me in genetics class, University of Illinois, about 1974, that O is for Old World. Most of the people come from the Old World are from the Middle East and Africa. Now, the theory is that Adam was a blood type O with a dominant O blood type carrying a recessive gene of A. And Eve is a blood type O, dominant, with a recessive gene of B. So you got 2 O's with the little recessive genes A and B, which means that those 2 people together can create O children, A children, B children, and AB children, all 4 blood types on the planet, just from 2 people. Interesting how that works. Ironically, the historians and the geneticists have looked and looked and looked, and they come with most of the people with blood type O have their origins coming from the Middle East and from Africa, like I said before. Most people from blood type A for Asian, coming from the Asian world. By the way, there's more blood type people A on the planet than anything else. More A's than anything else, and there are more Asian population than anything else, so that gives you a hint. Now the next thing is blood type B. B is from the Baltics. B are the Vikings, for example. Those are the people there. And blood type AB, the last blood type, was actually not genetically found. I don't know how they do this. But the geneticists say they didn't find blood type AB on the planet until 1208 AD. 1208 AD. What was happening in the world? Who's got the history book out? What page is that on? Quick. Genghis Khan, known to be a blood type B person, marched across Europe into Asia, where all the blood type A people were, mixing the blood type Bs with the blood type A's creating a blood type called AB. The first one they recorded was back in 1208 AD, but I don't know if that's the facts. That's just what they reported in the textbooks. But that would have been because he supposedly fathered a bunch of children along the way as they raped, pillaged, and ruined across Asia. And most of the people that come from the Stan countries, Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc., are their origins of blood type AB. Now, each one of those people have different regions of the country and different foods available to them, etc., which is why the blood type B people are more likely to be more compatible with goat's milk and goat cheese than they are regular cheese from cows. That's why the blood type A's and the blood type O's don't do well with cow at all. The blood type O people crave red meat from the cow, but they don't crave the cheese and the milk. The blood type A people don't digest the meat from the cow, nor do they digest the cheese or the milk from the cow either. Not efficiently. You can eat it. You can love the taste of it. A lot of people come to my office and they go, Dr. Lee, I know I'm a blood type O, but I've been drinking milk my whole life. I drank a big glass of milk for bedtime every night since I was 2 years old, and now I'm 62 years old. What's the big deal? There is no big deal. It's not poison. It's milk. But the milk is not efficient for the blood type O person. And the more you get off your efficiency list, the more problems you have in the digestive tract. And you cannot always trace it directly to the milk, although there is always an origin there. All I know for sure is that when we take people to eat the foods that match their body better, we get a better response. Their body becomes more efficient at fighting off disease and illness and those type of things. So what I tell everybody to do is give me the 6 weeks challenge. Let me get you on a list of foods that match your body more efficiently. Do it for 6 weeks and then tell me how you feel. That will make all the difference in the world. If you, for example, or someone sitting in your kitchen right now, or in your living room watching this and saying, I have no health problems, then you know what Dr. Lee will say? I shut up and leave you alone. If you have no health problems, you don't need me anyway. So eat whatever you want to. Enjoy yourself. But for those of us that are having challenges along the way, we want to make your body more efficient. Food is 1/3 of the issue. 1/3 structure, 1/3 chemistry, 1/3 emotion. And the chemistry is all about what you eat and drink. That's where the food's at. So you want to be more specific about it? We can do that. We can match it for you. We can have a consultation and make that happen. God bless you. Have a great day.